There we go. Hi, this is a Rosie math teacher coming at you from my 4th period accelerated 7th grade math class, where today we are working on lesson 10-3, angle relationships and triangles. I have had my class go ahead and draw for themselves a triangle marked in each vertex. Class, what do you call an interior angle of a triangle? It starts with a V. Say it again. Vertex. So we have vertex A, vertex B, vertex C, also known as the interior angles of a triangle. Why are they called interior? Because they happen on the inside of the triangle. If they happened on the outside, they would be called exterior. Think of exit sign outside, right? These are interior angles. So we have already written in advance that the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C equals what amount, class? 180 degrees. Now, if you're ever in the middle of a test and you forget this, I invite you to just quickly draw yourself actually a square, right? And then go, how many degrees are in each corner of a square? 90. What is 90 times 4? 360. And then cut your square in half diagonally, like sometimes your family does to make your sandwich look cute, into triangles. Would you agree that half of 360 degrees total interior angles would indeed be 180 degrees in this triangle half of the sandwich and 180 degrees in this half of the triangle sandwich? So if you ever forget the total number of interior degrees of a triangle, can you quickly draw yourself a square, split it in half to make 2 triangles, and realize it's half of 360? Okay, I hope that helps. Now I'm going back to our very first item. Now that we realize we are making sure that we write an equation. Now guys, if you get a question where part A says, write the equation that would help you solve it, you don't do what your brain naturally wants to do. You don't just do 180 minus this amount equals this. Write it as an algebraic equation. Something plus or minus something equals, and what is the case today? What will it equal? 180. So let's go ahead and practice that on the very first triangle we're given on this sailboat. This sailboat triangle has an X in the lower left vertex, meaning we don't know what this corner or this angle is worth. Do we know a number for the angle at the top? 40. Yes, it is 40. Excellent. Do we know the measure of the angle at the bottom, since it is marked with a squared off look? 90. It is 90. I love your answer. Thank you. So if I know 2 angles, how will I begin my equation if I'm going to begin it with 40? Here's the order I want you to name it. 40 plus the other number plus X equaling the sum total interior angle degrees. Ready, class? Begin if you understand what I'm asking. 40 plus 90 plus X equals, everybody please write this down. Everybody. Now, when I add or combine my like terms, I have a constant of 40, I have a constant of 90. When I combine those, on the count of 3, tell me what I would get. 1, 2, 3? 130. If you said 130, you are correct. So now, class, please write 130 plus, what will I still keep? X equaling what amount? 180. Are we good so far? Yes. Okay, then, now that I have a single step equation to solve, what do you think I should do to both sides of this equation? Say it. I love all those correct answers. Whether you said minus or subtract means the same thing. And you said subtract 130, which is totally correct. So go ahead and solve this mentally. On the left, do my 130s cancel out? Yes. What do I keep? I keep the X. I bring it on down. Now I know I write on top of words. You do not. 180 minus 130, count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
50.
If you said 50, wave at me. That would be absolutely correct. Great job on that. So now I go back into my problem with, and you guys please do not erase your work evidence. So what do we realize now is the value of this angle in the sailboat?
50.
It is 50 degrees. Any questions on how we found that missing angle? Now that was the easy one. They start you off gently at first, usually, don't they? Let's go ahead and check on item number 2, where they might have gotten a little, just a smidge, trickier. Okay, what do we know is still true about every angle in triangle STU? And guys, in the world of math, if someone were trying to label this triangle, they would draw a triangle shape, and then they would write what 3 letters? STU. So that you would know they mean the triangle that has one vertex labeled S, one labeled T, one labeled U. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Labeling wise. Excellent. And if they said line ST, they would be talking about this side. If they said line TU, this side. If they said line SU, this side. Do you understand all of that? Okay, excellent. So now we're going to find the measure of each interior angle of triangle STU. Now, on the TV it's hard to see, so I'm going to trace over the amounts they've given. 14x, and I will tell you, class, online it's not minus 15, it's plus 15, so please rewrite it that way. Plus 15 for angle T. Do you understand what I've asked you to write? 14x plus 15, not minus. And then what should you copy over for angle U? 8x. Vertex U says 8x. And what shall we copy for vertex S? I love that answer. Thank you. 10x plus 5. Now again, what was today's lesson about? Wasn't it about the sum of all 3 interior angles of a triangle will always equal 180. Is there any question about that? Because it will always equal 180. Now, what do you think I should do with the amount of angle S, T, and U? I should add them up. Let's start writing it right now. Copy one at a time. Let's begin with angle S. We'll just go in ABC order. So what amount will I copy first? 10x plus 5. Then tell me, class, what is angle T worth?
14x plus 15.
Love your answer, so add 14x plus 15 because that's how it is online. And then what's the final thing we're going to add? Plus 8x. And what's the final total? 180. You guys are doing a great job remembering what you just learned today. Now, raise your hand if you would like to tell me what you believe the next step ought to be. Go, sir. I love that answer. Class, add all of your x's together. What's your first value of x? 10x. Add 14x. What are you at? 24x. Add 8x. What is your total x? Do you understand how you should have gotten 32x? All right, now I'll tell you the truth. If your brain is like mine, if I don't scribble out numbers I've already used, I'm going to accidentally go grab those again later. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to scribble out 10x, I'm going to scribble out 14x, I'm going to scribble out 8x, because didn't we already combine those like terms? Yes. What is left for us to combine? Raise your hand if you would like to say. Go, sir, in the back.
15 and 5.
Excellent. Which would give us what amount, sir?
20.
Excellent. Are we copying plus 20 or minus 20?
Plus.
We're doing plus 20. Thank you. And it will still equal 180. Are we good so far? What was that second step? We needed to combine what? Like terms. What would be your first step now? Subtract 20 on both sides. Do that now, class. Minus 20. Minus 20. And on the left, when I cancel out my plus 20 minus 20, what is the only thing I still need to copy, sir, in the back? On the left.
Unit copy 32x.
I love that answer, sir. 32x is equal to, can you tell me please, ma'am? 160. Wave if you understand so far. Do you still understand so far? Excellent. And then in a moment, when I let you open your Chromebook, what will you do to both sides of this?
Divide.
Tell me. Divide by what? 32. Divide by 32. Divide by 32. And the moment has not come yet, so don't open it yet. All right. Do you understand that will give you the value of x? But wait, there's more. Because notice, the angle they're asking for, I believe online they asked for angle S. So let me show you this. If indeed I am correct, and it's angle S they asked for, which was worth 10x plus 5. Now I'm not commenting on what the x was really worth, but let's just pretend it was worth 2. If x turned out to be worth 2, then what can I do to find the value of angle S? Raise your hand. Yes, sir, at the back. I love your answer. Replace x with 2 and do what? Multiply 10 times 2 plus 5. Now again, was 2 necessarily our answer? No, I did not solve it to find the value of x. I'm just reminding you the x value itself is not your final answer. You have to plug it in where it belongs, yes? Are you understanding? Okay. Let me guide you to another one I need to talk about a little bit because I'm already very much aware of a couple other tricky items. On item number 3, when they say in triangle FGH, the measures of angles F, G, and H respectively are in the ratio 4 to 4 to 10. Find the measure of each angle. First, let's talk about the meaning of the word respectively. So angle F, what number matches with angle F? 4. Oh, you're onto it. So when you see the word respectively, do you get what that means is first letter maps to first number. Second letter, what's the second letter? G maps to the second number of 4. I should see people writing this. And then the third letter, H, maps to what number? 10. Do you understand now the meaning of the word respectively? Okay. Let me give you a reminder. Ask yourself to think of it as 4 equally sized parts in angle F plus 4 equally sized parts in angle G plus 10 equally sized parts in angle H would all equal how many degrees in all? 180. How can you write an unknown number of these equally sized parts? What variable could represent that? So squeeze in here, x plus, so it should say 4x plus what? 4x, because again, it's the unknown number of the same equally sized parts. And then plus 10 what? X. Should you then in a moment combine like terms? Should you then divide both sides by the same amount? Yes. And I will tell you right now, I had a child earlier going, Miss Rose, that's the wrong answer, because they typed in their value of x. They forgot to multiply their value of x times the angle they were asking for. If they're asking for F or G, what should you multiply your value of x by? 4. If they're asking for angle H, what should you multiply your value of x by? Do you follow for that item? All right, let's take a peek at the next item. This is very simple to explain. In the knitting pattern, measure of angle 1 equals 42 degrees. Find the measure of angle 2. I had a child that did not realize that they are asking for, please watch this, draw yourself a line along the top of these 2 upside down triangles, and then mark angle 2 right here. The triangle is going here and here, and they did show you that there is a what degree angle here?
90.
There is a 90-degree angle here. Do they tell you the measure of angle 1?
Yes.
Yes, they said it was 42 degrees. So shouldn't I label angle 1 as 42 degrees? Shouldn't I label the angle that is indicated as a right angle with 90 degrees?
Yes.
And then, because they're asking for angle 2, but I can't give them that yet. But can I find the angle on this side? Yes. How can I find it? Let's pretend that's called x. What equation could I write, class, if we started at 42? Ready? Go with me. 42 plus 90 plus x equals
180.
180. Now, would this be your answer?
No.
No. But did you need it?
Yes.
Yes. Once you write the value of x, what do you notice about, let me trace it in my disappearing ink. What do you notice about this line? It's what?
Straight.
It's straight. What do you notice about this angle and this angle? Together, they are called what? Complementary angles or supplementary angles? We learned them yesterday. I'll refresh your memory. Complementary angles work together to form a right angle. Remember, it's right to be complementary to your friend? So those together would equal 90. Supplementary angles work together to create a straight angle. Notice they both start with S. So they together will equal what? 180. Oh, so guys, if I know the value of x now, then couldn't I write an equation using that new number plus my unknown angle 2 equaling, what are the number of degrees in a straight angle?
180.
180. Thumbs up if you're following that information. Okay, awesome. Now, I am going to give you a heads up about number 6. I highly recommend you go ahead and copy what I have for step 1. We're going to talk about it in a moment to help you understand it, but please copy what I've written here for step 1. I'll read it to you in case it's hard for you to see. Step 1, measure of angle Z plus 45 equals 180. I will not necessarily be leaving these on the screen, so you would be wise to copy it now. Measure of what I'm labeling angle Z plus 45 equals 180. I'll show you and explain it in a moment, but for now, copy down these hints. For step 2, copy this. Measure of angle Y plus measure of angle Z plus 22 equals 180. Now, because there are 3 addends in this equation, what shape do you think I got those angles from? A triangle. Yes, because that's what we're learning today. Write it down. Measure of angle Y plus measure of angle Z plus 22 equals 180. In case you still need that, I won't make it disappear entirely. And you don't have to write them in the same locations as I did. Just write them wherever you have white space. Item number 3. Measure of angle X plus measure of angle Y equals 180. Measure of angle X plus measure of angle Y equals 180. Let me clean that up just a little bit. All right, finished or not, I need to talk about what all of those hints are telling you. In item number 6, they're asking you, what is the measure of angle X in degrees in the figure shown? Guys, angle X I've written in green right here. So hopefully right away you look at angle X and you go, OMG, if only I knew this angle, go ahead and call that angle Y. Can you label that? Are you allowed to label angles to help your brain find measurements? Yes, I highly recommend you label that interior angle there, angle Y. What type of angles are angle X and angle Y together? Are they complementary because it's right to be complementary? Or are they supplementary because it's a straight angle? They're supplementary. I love how you said it in that snaky way like I did. Okay, so if we know these are supplementary angles, what do we know about their sum total? 180. So do you see why I'm like, oh darn it, if only I knew that angle y, I could do that number plus x equals 180. But your life is not that easy today. So you realize I need to find this angle. So, oh, I know. I will just use what I learned today, and I will add this angle plus unknown y equaling 180. But wait, there's another problem. We do not yet know the angle measurement of the one I have marked angle Z. Can you please mark that angle Z to help your brain with processing this information? So that's okay. I got you. If I don't know angle Z, but I do know that this straight line that I have purposely traced in green, oh wait, what did I just call it? A straight line. I should have called it a straight what? Angle. So they did give us this 45. So if they gave us this angle is 45 right here, and together angle Z and the 45 degrees are supplementary angles that create a straight line, what equation could I use that would give me value Z? 45, say it, 45 plus Z equals
180.
Do you see how that's what I had you write for step 1? Measure of angle Z plus 45 equals 180. You would solve that to find the value of Z. Once you have found the value of Z, you would go to step 2. Because once you know this number, wouldn't you take the value of Z plus the value of 22 plus the angle we labeled as Y, and you would say that it equals 180. This is why in this equation here, I reminded you, take the measure of angle Y, which you don't yet know, plus the measure of angle Z, which you just found out, plus 22 equaling 180. Solve that to find the measure of angle what? Y. Hey guys, what do you notice? Once you find the measure of angle Y, sorry that my line is terrible. Once you find the measure of angle Y, hey, notice my black line here. It's another what angle? Straight angle. Since this is a straight angle, angles Y and X are known as what? You have to pick complementary angles or supplementary angles. Great job. Since it's a straight angle, we are going to use them as supplementary angles. And when added together, they would equal 180. And that is why we have that last and final third step, because once you had found the measure of angle Y, you would then say X plus that last measure of angle Y that you had found would equal 180. You would solve that equation, and would you finally know the value of that X? Yes, I'm here to help. Guys, it is okay if you have to rewatch this video, or if you have to do what I teach my kids to do. Hit play, pause, write something down. Play, pause, write something down. It is okay if you need to hear it on repeat, yes? All right, at this time, please get busy working online.